This is Josh, an adventurer who's taking on one of the most incredible road trips in the world. He is traveling solo from Cape Town, South Africa, all the way to Norway in Europe, using a classic 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. He's affectionately named it Ragga Bug. His goal is to go from Cape to Cape, Africa's southernmost tip, to the northernmost point in Europe. And right now, he's in the vibrant city of Nairobi, Kenya. In this video, we'll be driving around the streets of Nairobi in the Beetle as we learn more about his inspirational journey, what drives him, and what it's like to chase a dream across the continent. Hey yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode. And today I actually met one of the craziest people I've ever met ever in my life. Your name?
I'm Josh.
He's Josh, and he checked in at this hostel, Nairobi Backpackers, and he's got this cool whip. And we actually took a video a few days ago, posted it on TikTok, and it actually went viral. And people actually requested for us to do a review of this car and just to know his story, because he's not from Kenya. There's way much more we need to know about him, so we want to get into this around the streets of Nairobi, get to know his story, and then yeah. You can just come back and then I'll get in from there.
Okay, cool man.
Yeah. It's really crazy when this guy told me his story. When he told me his story, I was like, you guys really need to hear this. So filming, yep. That's okay?
That's perfect. Should be. Give it a knock, it might open. Okay.
That's okay now?
Alright, good.
Woo.
Cool. Actually, I actually have to put up the location again.
Yeah. Yeah, so here we are.
Stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic, Nairobi traffic as usual. So this guy actually checked in at Nairobi Backpackers a few days ago, and when I got out of the gates, I saw this whip. I saw this amazing Volkswagen car, and I was really eager to know his story. And he told me, oh, let him just introduce himself, let him tell us his story, and yeah.
Well, I'm Josh, and this is the by now rather infamous Ragga Bug. And yeah, we're just on the journey from the southern tip of Africa to the northern tip of Europe. So Cape Town, the Cape of Good Hope, all the way to the North Cape, passing by Cape Agulhas, which is actually the true south.
So how long have you been traveling?
I lost track of already, but I think between 35 and 40 days, something like that.
35 days.
Between 35
Woo.
and 40. Yeah.
So what really motivated you to like start this trip? Like just be like, I want to do this trip on using this Volkswagen car.
Right, so a lot of people have actually asked me how did the idea sort of start, and kind of hard to answer really. I was just in the right place at the right time and found the car of my dreams. Always wanted a Beetle. I
Yeah, for
You
sure.
can't just own it for a month and then sell it again.
So how long have you been having this car?
This car maybe got it in March.
March.
So like between 5 and 6 months now.
Okay. What are the countries you've passed through, like coming from South Africa?
So coming from South Africa, I didn't go direct. Okay, the route was never direct.
Okay.
I kind of took the scenic route. I feel like you should always take a scenic route.
Yeah, for sure.
So made it up through Botswana, then wanted to do Zimbabwe, but I had another breakdown just before the border.
Yep.
And then actually ended up with quite a major fire at the border post. So I pushed it across the border into Zambia at 10 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah.
And spent a few days in Livingston before making my way up to Lake Tanganyika on the Tanzanian side.
Tanzania.
Yeah, so I spent a while there. What a fantastic place. The roads are horrible, and I believe Ragga hates me for driving her on the roads there. But it was so worth it. And the people, so nice. And up to Dar es Salaam, where I met the Volkswagen community there. It was like one big family. It really felt like home. And now I find myself in Nairobi.
Yeah. So now we're actually meeting we are going to meet the Volkswagen family in Kenya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quite a big community.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, let's go document this, and you guys are actually hearing the story. Guys like from South Africa heading all the way to Europe using this car. What are some of the challenges you've actually faced,
Mostly just breakdowns.
Breakdown.
And most of the breakdowns, I have managed to make a plan just to get to the next bigger town or city where I can get parts or figure something out. But I had quite a major one, or would have had if I didn't stop in Dar es Salaam.
So are you the one who does all the mechanic work and everything?
For the most part, yeah. Then some of the major stuff I do have to stop, like Dar es Salaam. I just wanted to look at the car overall, because I had a lot of breakdowns getting there, and each time I got it going, but it all accumulated and the car was running a bit sickly.
Yeah, sure.
So now same thing here, I just want to sort some stuff out in Nairobi before moving on, because it's a long stretch ahead still.
So from Nairobi, where are you headed to?
From Nairobi, that's where I'm still seeing with my visas and stuff, but
yeah.
the goal is up to Ethiopia now. But first passing by Lake Turkana, spending some time in the south there.
Oh, that's crazy. And what are some of the challenges you've actually been, facing apart from, have you met hostile community?
I have not met any hostile community so far. Obviously you get the occasional person who's not too friendly, or some kids throw stones, but that's everywhere in the world. I think you're going to find that. So for the most part, everyone's been very warm, and it's been a special experience, man.
So what happens when you get to Norway? Are you gonna sell these, or are you gonna fly it back to South Africa?
That's a good question, eh? No, from Norway, I drive down to Germany, so another few countries. That's going to be Sweden, Denmark, and then Germany. Stopping by the original Volkswagen factory where the first Beetle rolled out of. So that would be it. I don't know, I feel like I owe that to them. That would be cool.
How much do you think this car is worth?
Not much. No, really not much. But to me it's priceless.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not the physical to me, it's just more I've kind of grown with this car now. So
this is the interior of the car. Does this work? The radio?
it leaks water in the back, so I just disconnected it so it doesn't short circuit. But, yeah.
So basically you're traveling with every single thing here?
Yeah, all my stuff really.
And actually saw a video of yours on Instagram. You are having a vest and you're in a desert.
Wow.
And tell me a story about that, because I was like, this person is crazy. You one leg is outside, the whole body of yours is outside, one leg is inside the car, but you are alone and the car is actually on a very high speed.
Yeah, right, that was good fun, man. That was the Mahadi Hadi salt pans in Botswana.
In Botswana?
And I believe it is the biggest overall area of salt pan. Is it Bolivia? I think they've got a bigger one.
Yeah.
But it's It's
Yeah,
the
the
biggest
Bolivia.
disconnected area. So loads and loads of fun there. Also some really nice people around the birds there, just the different backpackers and stuff. And you're actually only the third backpacker I've stopped at along the way. Most of the time I've just been sleeping sort of anywhere, find a nice place off the side of the road. But what a special experience out there.
Yeah.
Sensory deprivation. You don't hear anything out there, and you can look and just see nothing.
Yeah, you know, I've traveled a lot too, and when you told me your story, I was like, man, you are crazy. And then I went and checked your Instagram. Damn. But again, a crazy thing is this guy only has Instagram. I posted the video on TikTok, and then can you guess how many views? It's like 2 days ago, right?
2 days ago.
Yeah. Yesterday it was at 20,000 views.
20,000.
Can you guess how many views you have now?
I can't even comprehend that. I don't know. 30,000.
30,000? Let me shock you. And then we'll actually be answering some of the questions that we saw or came through from TikTok.
No, cool. Q&A, man.
Yeah. And this is crazy. This is one of the most amazing rides I've ever had. So the video we posted 2 days ago, now it has 68,000 views.
From 20 up to 68.
Yeah. Yesterday it was 20. Today it's 68.
It's growing exponentially. Yeah.
So it's crazy. We'll also be answering some of the questions, you know, that people asked on
that sounds good.
on TikTok, you know. Let's go. So people saw that you're actually going to Ethiopia,
Right.
and someone was like, tell him that Ethiopia crossing border, they don't allow foreign cars crossing. So before you head to Ethiopia, just make sure you are set and they allow cars to go there.
So I have been talking to the embassy. That was actually my first day in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I was between different embassies here talking and trying to organize visas and passes and all that.
Okay.
So nothing is given yet, but that's what we're going to try to do and see what we get from there.
Oh, nice. And then there's someone called, he's from Tanzania. He's like, I saw him 1.5 weeks in my country, Tanzania. 1 week you're in Tanzania, right?
I don't know exactly. Maybe a week and a half.
Yeah. Someone out here is asking if you're single.
Yeah, for now I am. But I've always got a passenger seat there. So.
And people really want you to join TikTok and YouTube.
I know, Vince, you've been trying to.
I told you the guy has a camera here.
It doesn't work. That's another thing. I have trouble with camera gear at the moment. My camera doesn't work, so I have to see what I do there.
And people are like, welcome to Kenya, great stuff. People just want you to be, you know, the determination you've got is something else.
Yeah. No, it's so special. It's the massive welcome I've received here. Very, very special.
Someone was actually asking, what type of engine does it actually have? It's the original one, or it's for another car?
So, original in a way, but not original to this car exactly.
Okay.
I think this car has had 2 or 3 engines. So it's a 1600 dual port. So it's from a later model. This car is 1969, and I believe that might be, I don't even know right now, but it's a bit of a later engine.
So what's the nickname you've given to this car?
So this car is Ragga, and that's short for ragamuffin.
Ooh, okay.
And a ragamuffin is basically a shabbily dressed person, you know, kind of dirty, shabby, and
Yeah, sure.
yeah, like a traveler kind of.
Someone was like, wrong vehicle, my friend. The fact that this guy has driven all the way from South Africa to Kenya, it means something. I mean, the determination, and this guy is strong, man. It's very strong.
I mean, you could do it in a Hilux or something and have less breakdowns, but the breakdowns you will have will be so much harder to fix.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I like this one. Lots of breakdowns, but for the most part I can fix it. So
Oh, nice. So once you leave Kenya, you'll be going to Ethiopia,
Yeah,
and then you'll be coming back to Kenya again.
that is correct. Yeah.
Why is that?
So initially I was hoping to go Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, but because of the for obvious reasons now with the crisis and massive civil war in Sudan,
Sure.
that's not possible at the moment. I managed to route around all the worst areas, but it's the borders are closed to tourists at the moment. So yeah, I have to loop through Ethiopia and come back down, and then ship from here to Egypt. Drive up there.
So you'll be driving, you'll ship it, or you'll be driving it to Egypt?
I wish I could drive it, but that's not possible.
So how are you gonna ship it though?
Ship it from Mombasa to the southernmost port of Egypt.
Or you've done your research on that?
I've been in contact with someone, also a Josh, and
nice.
he'll be assisting me with that.
Oh, so how do I roll down this window? Whew.
They fall out.
This is crazy. So you put it here.
That's the one. With the sensor.
This side.
Like that.
Okay.
And then
Let's go. This car has actually been gaining a lot of attention in Nairobi, man.
it really has. And it's quite incredible how it's all of a sudden blown out of the water.
How many followers have you gained since?
Well, this morning it was a new mark actually. It was 1,000. I would never have even thought of 4 digits. That's crazy.
What do your family actually think of you traveling like this?
No, they're fine with it. They've done some pretty crazy stuff in their time, so it's like.
So basically, your family is a very crazy family.
Yeah, I guess you could say.
Oh man. With full tank, how long or what distance do you think you can actually cover?
Well, on good roads, which are hard to come by on this route, I've got 40 litres in front and 20 litres in either tank on the side, on the roof rack, the jerry cans. So 80 litres total, and that should get me around 800 kilometers. But again, that in reality it's far less.
It's far less, yeah, sure. So the thing is, the engine is at the back.
Yeah.
But then
strange.
we'll show you guys the engine is actually at the back, and then the boots is in front. Anyway, how have you been liking Nairobi? How's the city for you? The fact that you've come when it's raining now.
Tell you what, I've never been much of a city person, but I've been enjoying Nairobi so far. The driving is pretty chill. I was expecting it to be much worse, with lots and lots of traffic and all that. But it's been pretty chill. And then actually this rain is a welcome change, because I had my first rain on this trip since leaving Cape Town, only right before crossing into Kenya.
Ooh,
so it's been dry and hot. So it's nice to have some grey, overcast, and a bit of moisture in the air.
Sure. So how have you been finding traveling solo?
Traveling solo, a lot of people think it's lonely, but I haven't felt lonely one time on this trip. Just you meet people all the time, and even when you don't, you have these experiences that I feel like you get to appreciate more.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're by yourself somehow. It's really nice to have someone there as well to share the experience with, but it just, I don't know, it impacts a bit more.
Oh, that's crazy. Jumbo.
Boa.
No, we're
No,
good.
all
We're
good,
good.
thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
All
Thank
good,
you.
thank you, man.
We're
I've
good.
got one.
You see, people are like, you've got a nice car.
Oh, thanks, man.
Nice car.
Thank you.
People are like, you see, he's capturing attention of people out there.
It's a real head turner, man.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Everywhere you go with this car, you get smiles. So I really like that. You get kids waving, big grins from ear to ear, man. It's like, it makes me so happy.
People just want to have the experience,
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I'm having the experience myself.
Glad to have you, man. It's nice. Have a a bit of company for a change. You know?
And it's people can actually think it's small, but it's very much more comfortable inside here.
It's pretty comfy. It is small, but you know the space is. You can make use of the space. All good, thanks, man.
Let me check if the camera is still up there. Perfect.
That's a nice turnout. It makes me so happy seeing all of these.
Yeah.
I really thought it would only be maybe a handful in Nairobi, but pleasantly surprised.
Popo. Vincent.
And I could see, yeah?
Popo. Vincent.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you, bro?
Good, how are you? Josh.
Stefan.
So these are all Subaru engines and
Naji. Mambo freshi. Kabisa. Vincent.
Vincent, they know.
Pleasure, man.
Make way.
So what we guys are doing is we came here. He's actually having like a meetup with the Volkswagen community here in Kenya, who's got the same car. You see how they actually lined up here. What do you think of this guy? This is crazy.
Yeah.
wow. You have one as well?
Yes, I have a Beetle. Yeah.
He has the cleanest one in Kenya.
Cleanest one in Kenya.
I had to go to work today. I really would have
I
loved
should have
to.
cleaned some of the mud off of mine. Because I might have the
The most
dirtiest
popular
one in Kenya.
Beetle in Kenya.
I had to go to work today, so I couldn't come with. But I said I had to meet you.
You look like I'm your best friend.
Look like
Engine to learn on.
oh yes.
I think I don't come
This. Yeah.
Ilikuwa, but
Blocking off the heater tubes, the heater channels.
So the heating channel is the one that go to the
Yeah, if you want
to the passenger.
Yeah,
To the passenger compartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So in South Africa, they're almost all disconnected, and they normally all just put caps
Just
on.
put caps on.
Yeah, because otherwise you have hot air blowing into your engine bay.
Yes, and you don't want that.
So either you run them out, I
Yeah.
think, or you just put caps on. No, off again. The first one is on.
Come on this side anyway.
Yeah, now it's on.
So,
Now it's off.
so it's no problem.
Parking off.
So how many sponsors do you have?
Ken Kraft. It's actually a play on words. It's a German company. He does really good craft beer. More Safe Group. They're based in Grenada. Do a lot of just boat-related work, organizing marinas and stuff. Cyber Spielplatzgeräte, German company. They do really good playgrounds for kids, all out of wood, keeping the bark and very creative. LTD Sailing, they're also semi-major sponsor there. They do sailing courses, training for basically different levels of certification for handling boats and all that. KT, that's a trucking company in sort of the oil industry, and they sponsored my GPS. So
nice.
a handheld, also very important if you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, sure.
There's no reception or anything. So shout out him. Selby Camp and Backpackers in Botswana. They let me stay 2 nights for free. Just let me use all the facilities there. The guy there, really fantastic as well. He has a combi from the 80s, German sort of left-hand drive.
Okay.
Very cool place. If you're going Botswana to check out the salt pans, yeah, in Nata, the Selby Camping Backpackers, very cool. Awesome vibe, awesome people.
And this one?
That's from the club in Dar es Salaam, man. Awesome people.
The Volkswagen club in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we
awesome.
exchanged some stickers, man, and very cool. ADW Garage, based in Joburg. They put the whole roof rack together, welded it, everything. Yeah, and that's held up quite amazingly.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's very strong, for sure.
Trust this thing with my life. That's why I surfed it, you know.
Yeah, so good work to them.
Yeah. That's a social group in Germany, actually. They gave me a bit of fuel money as well. So shout out Betreutes Trinken in Hauenstein. Is a very small village close to the French border. Gabi Schneider also in Hauenstein. They do, I think, mostly hairdressing and stuff like that, but also makeup and cosmetic, wedding preparations and stuff. Driftwood, Grenada, that's my father's company actually. They do everything, all boat work, but everything from woodwork to composite, so fiberglass, carbon fiber, bottom jobs of the boat, sort of painting and all that, gel coat. Palm Tree Marine, they also boat work, but everything mechanical, engine services, fixing, you name it, that kind of stuff. Primary sponsor. Joseph Seibel. Originally based out of Germany, and since 1886, so they've been going for a long time. You know their shoes are good if they've lasted that long. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
They've got a few branches around the world now, I believe in Canada, the States, a few others in Europe, and Ukunda.
Ukunda in Diani.
Yeah, in Diani there,
Perfect.
close to Mombasa. So stopping by there, going to get a tour of the factory, hopefully some footage for the Instagram page
Perfect.
and the followers.
Yes.
But really fantastic shoes, and I'm gonna pick myself up to 2 pairs of shoes there once I'm there.
Yeah, you're
Because
gonna
these are
leave.
wearing out very quickly.
You left South Africa with these?
Yeah. But
That's the work.
I want some of those.
Yeah. So.
And wherever I go, that's their slogan, and it's quite fitting for what I'm doing, I think, because wherever I do go.
Wherever I go. Honest opinion, what do you think about this guy? Like the journey he's actually having. What do you think about him? I mean the courage and everything.
As in from my view, man, that's an ultimate challenge. It proves these vehicles they were built to last, and they can take you far as they uko mwisho.
For sure, right?
Kabisa.
Yeah.
And all the best for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wanna give a view on what you think about him?
I'm inspired, hoping a good adventure, and he see the culture of Africa.
Absolutely. Who also wants to give a view?
Yes, we wish him all the best in his journey. We hope he gets to his destination, and through the journey he enjoys to the maximum.
Awesome. You wanna give a view on what you think of him?
It's not an easy journey.
Yeah.
Like moving around, you know, it needs determination, it needs zeal for you to be able to go all those countries. Yes.
So it's crazy how the video actually posted on TikTok went viral, and we are here stuck in a traffic jam, and people are just coming to us. I'm from South Africa. We've seen this video on TikTok.
Within 1 minute.
Within 1 minute, 2 people. So let's just go, you'll go turn like this.